People really loved what the boys did over the year. That's already special after such a long season.
We don't need to forget that we have been unbelievable the whole season.
So we have to keep fighting, and I'm excited, and everyone in the city and the team excited.
Yes, it's a big club. It's a wonderful club, and it's a while ago that we fell in love to each other, and that's how it is. So, and we sit here in a Champions League final, before a Champions League final. So that's the biggest game in how I know in world football for clubs. So means I think it's normal that I'm in good shape.
What's the next step for you guys? What's the next step for this football club now?
Enjoy this
beer.
Enjoy it first, because like I said, it doesn't come around often, and I'm sure Liverpool's going off tonight, and hopefully it's going off tomorrow when we're there, and you have to enjoy it. But I think that first one's always tough. It's always toughest, and it's not a bad one to get. First one as obviously a group of players together, and hopefully that can propel us on to win more trophies.
Because we are now in the new season. Yeah, so enough celebration, enough. Nobody has to congratulate me anymore. It's still everybody's doing it, but I'm really fine with all the things I heard about it. Now let's play the new season.
Liverpool have done a tremendous job. I think in the last 2 years, the amount of points they accumulated over the last 2 years has been phenomenal.
Sadio, what's more important to you this season, the Premier League title race or successfully defending the Champions League?
For sure, I will say both, because both is important for me, and both is our targets. And we are Liverpool, we're a great team, so I don't think so we should have problem about it.
Southampton is a good team. They defend well. They are really just difficult to play. And I loved the desire, the passion, the power, the energy what we put in this game. But made us really uncomfortable to play against, I would say, and that's what we wanted. I said it before, it was pretty much the best second ball game we played since I'm together with the boys. I started enjoying after 25 minutes roundabout when we arrived finally in the game.
We need everyone to be at 100% tomorrow, whether it's us, whether it's the staff, whether it's the fans. Everyone needs to be at their best, because we know what task we're coming up against. We know how hard it's going to be, and obviously our performance the fans react off. So, hopefully we can get off to a fast start and get them right behind us, and hopefully it can be another special Anfield night.
You're not lucky to win the league. I know that from experience. Lucky, you haven't got to be lucky. You've got to be good enough to win the league, and Liverpool are more than good enough.
And that's a job to do. So it's a difficult place to go. To come. Obviously, it's a while ago that we won here. It's a while ago that anybody won here, I think, and so it feels big. To be honest, it's a big one today. Made the game then a bit hard for us and a bit tough, but all respect to Sheffield United. They did really well, and they did that over 95 minutes. That's really deserves all the respect. Everybody will feel that during the season. If you get a point against Leicester, it will be a success for 95% of all the teams.
It's clear that it's easier for United in a situation like that, coming here, setting up 5-3-2 and really proper fight. Everybody's happy about that, and easy to excite the crowd.
And I think that's the scary part for everyone else, is that Liverpool, this isn't about today. This is, I think they're going to be in this for the long haul.
That's exactly what we expected Tottenham to do, being very compact, being very, very aggressive, chasing us. if you want to win against Manchester City, which is really, really difficult for each team in the world, you cannot play the way they play, because they're definitely the best in the way they play. Makes no sense.
So we have to keep fighting, and I'm excited, and everyone in the city and the team's excited.
The Jurgen tinted, I'm pretty sure that I would like to win my trophy. I'm pretty sure he would like to win. So maybe we can swap.
We just know it's a tough place, the atmosphere is good, they don't give up. Always knowing about the very specific quality of Brighton, so they don't care too much about the opponent, they play. Probably people some were not too happy that we do that before derby, but we cannot make differences in that when we have to. And what was clear, that it will be a really intense game, so we needed fresh legs. So that's how as many as we could get.
Look, I like it, Princess Leslie Lou.
Sorry, I wouldn't have said that, but it's never heard the name. Congratulations, my lord. Yeah.
You could see that you could be here forever. Not forever, for a much longer period, should we say?
No, you said forever.
Oh, nice. Forever? Not sure, but no, I think 4.5 years from now on sounds like forever in football. December, January especially, you need to show resilience. That's the most important thing, and we showed that, but Watford showed it as well, so I respect that.
We needed to make sure that our mindset stayed 100% focused and how it has been in the league, and of course this is something that we wanted to come here and win.
Tonight we couldn't do more than winning this game, winning the first time for this wonderful club, the Team World Cup and the Club World Cup, and it's really, I said before the game, I don't know exactly how it would feel. Now I can say it's outstanding, absolutely sensational.
It's been fantastic. We've ended the calendar year on a high. We've got 2 big Premier League games now to focus on, but in terms of, we've got 3 trophies, and that's a very special, and hopefully 2020 has a lot more.
Everything about Klopp sort of embodies Liverpool and vice versa. Is that the sort of sense you get, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he is probably the tailor-made for Liverpool. I think when you look at what he did at Borussia Dortmund and the sort of communion he had with the yellow wall, they're equivalent to the Kop. He embodies that, and he embraces that, and he does live and breathe the city and the club that he's in.
How do you feel your relationship with the media is?
I don't know. Never think really about it. It's for me absolutely okay. So I don't have friends with journalists, or especially not with journalists I've worked with, but I try to have a really good relationship, to be honest. We played an exceptional game against Manchester City. We played a super game against Arsenal. I've had a few good games this season, but I'm not sure if it was better, it was just different. But for tonight, it was exactly the performance we needed. No surprise. Wolves is a proper team with a lot of strength, but in the first half we controlled the game like we wanted, like we should.
I think he's undoubtedly the best defender in the world, best centre-back in the world now. As for Player of the Year, he wouldn't get my vote for Player of the Year. He'd get my vote for best defender, best centre-half, but he wouldn't get my vote for Player of the Year. I think there's a few other people that probably vying for that accolade, but he's been tremendous. I think he's a fantastic footballer. Calm, cool, collected, strong, quick, the modern day, all the attributes you'd want in a modern day player.
some really good players in the team as well. And before the game, I watched a little bit where they came from, stuff like that. That's just a wonderful story. That's a wonderful story. We have players they played I don't know how long in lower leagues, and then did that way together with Chris and the team. That's outstanding. And I'm not interested in big stories. I'm interested in football games, and stories are written by other people. We try to be as good as possible and go in all competition as far as possible. Of course, they're allowed to dream, to sing, whatever they want, as long as they do their job as well in a moment when we play. All fine, we will not be part of that party yet, but it's no problem. We know our job. I was in the game completely. I wanted to win it, like my boys wanted to win it desperately. Nobody thought before the game we won against 18 and different teams in the league, and so let's make it 19. So first and foremost, I have really to say, wow, what Southampton, what a team that is. Wow, they did for sure nothing wrong. They just played football, and sensational football. Wherever Pep was, he helped each league to improve football, and but then in the end we all have to respect.
We obviously want to achieve as much as possible, and then feelings are hard to come by, so we want to make the most of it while we can. So for us, it's about obviously trying to do the things that we done last June.
As long as we can get 11 players in a Liverpool shirt, we will try it with all we have. And for all Atletico fans who can get a ticket for the game, welcome to Anfield. It was difficult. We knew it before. West Ham was much better than they were against us in the first game. 3-0 is a bit harsh, but we had a big hand in that. So we don't have to think about that. We have to start with the most important thing. Congratulations, Watford, well deserved.
Are you confident that the squad will recover from the 2 defeats?
Yeah, sure. Definitely can happen in football. Like I said, now we're used to it. It's not the fault. It won't be. It was not the first time. It won't be the last time. So just have to work hard and keep going if we want to be the great champion.
Imagine we would have won against Watford, would have won in the FA Cup, would have won against Atletico, and in the end to become champion, and whenever it will happen, and everybody will say, yeah, champion. Yeah? So if it will happen, it will feel really special. If it will happen, but today was obviously very important to make it happen. So that's how it is, nothing else.
High spirits, and everybody's absolutely delighted because to beat Liverpool over 2 legs, it's not easy. You see how well they've been doing over the past 2 seasons, and to come here and beat them, it's a huge win for us. And
well, we don't need to forget that we have been unbelievable the whole season, basically. And obviously we wish to be in all competitions still, but we're not. But we are, I don't know how many points now, 25 points, but obviously City has a game in hand.
You have to speak about the things in the right manner, not people with no knowledge, like me, talking about something. People with knowledge should talk about it and should tell the people, do this, do that, do this, and everything will be fine or not. So, and not football managers. I don't understand that. Politics, coronavirus. Why me? I wear a base cap. But players in the moment, they are all healthy. Why we should worry? What we do with not shaking the hands is setting a sign. It's good for you, it's good for you, it's good for me not to shake hands. It's not important that 22 completely healthy players not shaking hands. It's a sign for society, for everybody out there.